Welcome back, everybody. We're back at the range again today. No wind this time, but it is a little bit colder. You may catch a glimpse of my son on camera. He doesn't know it's cold out here. He's in short sleeves and shorts, so he's actually smart, but you can't tell by looking at him. Today's video is a purpose of trying out a few different double-aught buckshot ammos. We've got the Fiocchi 9-pellet double-aught buckshot. We have the Rio 9-pellet double-aught buckshot. We have some loose Remington 9-pellet double-aught buckshot. And we have the Flite wad control Federal 9-pellet double-aught buckshot. And for the test gun today, we're going to be running it through the Mossberg Maverick 18.5-inch barrel. We'll be shooting at 10 yards, and then we'll back it up to 20 yards, kind of home defense distances, see how they perform. All right, first buckshot downrange is going to be the Remington double-aught 9-pellet. Second one downrange will be the Fiocchi 9-pellet. Next one's going to be the Rio 9-pellet. We are taking a tape measure and measuring the spread on these between shots. So, well, you should be seeing the measurements by now. For Rio's pretty, I ain't gonna say cheap, but inexpensive, and that don't look too bad from here. All right, now it's time for the Federal Flite wad 9-pellet. Wow. I can't even measure that. I can see from here, I can't measure that at 10 yards. That is crazy. All right, so now we're going to do this again at 20 yards, starting with the Remington. That opened up a little bit. Let's go take a look. Next is the Fiocchi at 20 yards. That looks terrible. Let's go take a measurement. All right, let's try the Rio at 20 yards. All right, let's try the Federal Flite wad control. That stuff is crazy. All right, so we're going to do that same test, same 4 ammo, same 10 yards, 20 yards, but this time instead of an 18.5-inch barrel, we have a 28-inch barrel. Still a Mossberg Maverick. We've just added almost 10 more inches of barrel. Went from 18.5 to 28 inches. So let's see how the results go with a longer barrel. Going to send the Fiocchi downrange and see how it groups at 10. That's pretty nice. That Fiocchi pretty much took out that center. We put a piece of tape over it. So I'm going to aim just a tad bit higher with this Rio. We'll see how it does. All right, so as the last attempt, I'm going to adjust my aim a little bit to the left. This is the Federal Flite wad control. Backing up to the 20-yard mark now, starting over with Remington. Fiocchi from 20. Rio at 20. All right, this is going to be the Federal Flight Wad control at 20. I'm going to adjust my aim a little up and to the left for this. I don't know what that, I saw stickers flying. I don't know. We're going to try to measure that, but we'll see what it looks like down there. All right, so I might go back and review the video later and see that I'm wrong, but we had what seems to be an interesting result. That Federal Flight Wad seems to have did better at 20 yards in the 18.5-inch barrel than it did in the 28-inch barrel. All right, so the 18.5-inch barrel did group better than the 28-inch barrel on that, but I think we figured out why. The 18.5-inch barrel is cylinder bore. There's no choke in it. There is a choke in the 28-inch barrel. I don't have the tool to get it out, so I'm not sure which one's in it, but it's whatever came stock with it, but I'll figure it out and add it to the end of the video. But the extra constriction of that choke must have that stuff bouncing off of each other maybe a little bit more, and it's causing it to spread. Because I wish I had the tool so I could swap chokes out and try that oranges to oranges, but that is why it's a little bigger, I assume. Accuracy is definitely better out of the 28.5-inch barrel. Although I wouldn't recommend house defense, home defense with a 28-inch barrel unless you aren't planning on going around too many corners. Sorry about the shooting in the background. We are at the range, so. But now we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna blow up some soda bottles, pop bottles, wherever you're from, whatever you call it. Gonna have a good time. You might see my son, my brother shooting. I don't know. We're just gonna see what I got the ammo that the most of, and we're gonna load that up and make a sugary mess for the ants come springtime. We'll be right back. Now, it wouldn't be a video of just the average dude if we didn't blow up some Fanta bottles. So we got 6 bottles set out. I'm gonna take out 2. My son's gonna take out 2. My brother will take out 2. Get a little bit of slow motion going on, and hopefully it's a good time. Well, they left me in charge of hitting the record button, and negative, I did not. I was too happy to watch them shoot those bottles. So you're not going to be able to actually see them shoot, but you do get to see the bottles explode. Let's come back here and we're going to kind of have a summary of the range day. Go through some of these details. I don't have a box of the Remington Express, but we'll through the magic of technology in the video, we're going to put one right here. Let's start with the price points of these ammos. I was a little bit surprised by this. Not by this part. I knew the Rio was the cheapest. It came in at about 80 cents a round, about $4 a box. I am reading this stuff to the side, so bear with my head movement. The surprising part was the Federal Flight Control came in the second cheapest at 85 cents a round. I really thought that was going to be the most expensive of the four that we tried today. Remington Express came in at $1 a round, about $25 a box, and the Fiocchi came in at $1.20 a round and about $30 a box. Uh, for me, and the price point, and as you'll see the results we got, for me, hands down, it was the Flite wad. But let's keep going and talk about the technical data here. For me, I'm looking for a tight group. So when I declare a winner, it's which one had the tightest group. At 10 yards, all these results are from a 10-yard shot with an 18.5-inch barrel. This one clearly won the Flite wad. It was just one hole. There were no individual pellet marks. It was just like I shot the cardboard with slug. It was very impressive. So that won the round. The Fiocchi and the Rio both tied for second place. They had a 5.5-inch spread, and the Remington came in last at a 6-inch spread. We found the two pellet holes that were furthest apart and measured from center of one hole to the center of the other hole, and that's how we got our measurements. So then we went and took that 18.5-inch barrel and backed up to 20 yards. Again, the wad control, Flite control, had a 5 3/8-inch spread. It won that round. Remington actually came in second with a 14-inch spread. The Fiocchi had a 16.25-inch spread. And the Rio, depending on how you look at this, the Rio came in last place. It had a 17-inch spread, so the spread was bigger, but there were more pellets at the aiming point. So the spread was bigger, but there were more pellets where it counted. So it depends on how you look at that, whether it came in last place or not. So after we finished at 20 yards with an 18.5-inch barrel, we broke out the Mossberg Maverick with a 28-inch barrel. And I was not thinking, but that shotgun actually has a modified choke in it. We're still going to give you the numbers on that. It looks like all of the Buckshot improves through that modified choke, except for the wad control, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So at 10 yards with the 28-inch barrel, the Federal still won that round with a 3-inch spread. The Fiocchi came in second with a 4-inch spread, and the Remington was next with a 4.5-inch spread, and the Rio had a 5-inch spread. So through that longer barrel and the modified choke, all those were relatively close, but the clear winner was still the Federal Flite control round. And then things kind of got interesting when we backed out to 20 rounds with the 28-inch barrel. The Federal Flite control no longer won that round. That round was actually won by the next cheapest. Nope, I'm sorry. Fiocchi won that round at 7 7/8 inch. I choked all over that one. 7 7/8 inch of a spread for the Fiocchi. Then the Federal Flite control came in with a 9 1/8 inch spread. So we had a lot of spread at 28 or 20 yards from this, and I really do think that was due to shooting it through the modified choke. I think that the wad, the cup, the Flite control cup did not really agree with that choke, and I think that's why we kind of have an inflated number on that one. I wish I would have thought about that before we filmed the video. I would have changed that out for a cylinder bore choke, but it is what it is at this point. Still, I would still pick this as my winner at the end of the day. The Rio had a 10-inch spread, and the Remington had a 10.5-inch spread. It's also interesting. Yeah, just there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. Just hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I like doing comparisons like this. If there is a certain kind of ammo that you would like to see compared to these results, let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to pick up a box or two of it, take it out, and compare against the results that we've gotten here today. I may do this again, and this time go out with the cylinder bore choke and see how that affects the results. But again, at the end of the day, for me, hands down, it's this federal flight control is some really cool stuff. I enjoyed shooting it. So again, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us today, and gals. Uh, Even if you don't subscribe, if you found this video informative and useful in any kind of way, do me a favor and at least hit the like button. Share the video. Any of those things helps the channel. We're very much in the growing phase, so a like, a comment, a share, a subscription, all of that is just awesome, and I appreciate all of it. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all again at the range. And until next time, stay safe and have fun. Thank you.